Do you find yourself repeating the same operations over and over again with AI? If so, this video is for you. Why? Because I'm going to show you how to build simple tools with Relevance AI that you can use whenever you want. For example, today we're going to build a simple tool that takes the URL for an audio file and returns the transcript. But these tools could be for whatever you do on a regular basis. Do you have a content creation process that you go through? Maybe you want to automate that, or whatever it is that you find yourself repeating. By creating a tool, you don't have to go in and copy and paste the prompt. You can use your own variables, and it's just going to make your life a lot easier. So maybe this isn't the most sexy tool in the world that we're going to build, but it could be a reusable element in your daily workflows. So let's jump into the Relevance dashboard and get started. So here we are. We are going to click on build from scratch. So we're going to start completely from nothing. And we're going to just make this little tool do what we want it to do. So what this is going to do is it's going to take an input field. So in this case, we're going to have a text string, and we're going to call this audio file URL. And I'm going to put a description in here. I'm just going to say, this is the URL for the audio file that this tool will transcribe. By the way, we need to give this a title. So audio transcribe is fine. And if we were going to build agents using it, then we would put in a description here so that the agent could read that and understand how to use this tool. It's going to be for another video later on. Now, one thing I do need to do is change the name of this input so that I can reference it later. So I'm going to call this URL. And now we have the input set up. So all we need to do now is just have it do what it needs to do. In this case, we are going to click on add a step. We've created our input field, and now we're going to add in the step that is going to make this process work in the background. So I'm going to just type file here, just because I know this is going to find what I'm looking for. And I'm going to say, choose this one it's a template that's already pre-built by Relevance. So all I'm going to do is convert audio to text. That's going to add that in for me. But now where do I put my URL? Because here it's asking me for a file. So I'm going to come over here to the select variable, click on that. And now I can just put in my URLs there. And I'm going to call this transcription. And basically that should be enough. There's actually two ways of doing this with this template. I could just take the transcription all by itself, or I could ask for metadata. In this case, I'm just going to do the transcription. And now we have our tool ready to test out. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on autosave. I just like to have autosave there. I'm going to say publish the changes so that it saves and it's ready to go. And what I'm going to do is go in here and put in a URL of an audio file, just a short MP3 file. And I'm just going to do run tool. And boom, it has transcribed the audio file that I gave it, which just said, hello, this is my first recording of an audio file. And I'm going to see how it's going to work. And it has returned this value to me. So now the tool is all set up. You can now go to the Use tab up here in the corner. And here's where you can just paste in the URL for an audio file and hit run tool, and it will return it. That's just if you're going to be using the tool in your day-to-day activities. You could run it in bulk. So you could create a Google Sheets file with a bunch of URLs in it and just have it run the transcription on all of them and do them all in a batch. Or you can use API and connect it with a reusable application, for example. Lots of alternatives here. This has just been a quick overview of how to create a simple tool in Relevance AI. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one.